candles hanging on the window in the evening on a Friday night. A little light shining through the window lets you know everything's alright. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. It is Thursday at 6:48, and I sound like I have a frog in my throat, don't I? And not have that great a night's sleep, with your nose stopped up and all that foolishness going on. Hopefully this will pass soon. But there was something that came to my mind, dropped in my spirit, however you all want to say it, last week, and it just won't go away. So I assumed that this is something that I'm supposed to share with you all. Remember when Donisha was talking about sunscreen? And she has showed you all the one that I was saying that I like because it doesn't leave a white film on you if you're a woman of color. That's when, right after that happened, that's when this just dropped in my spirit. Because I was thinking about this, because I wanted to show you guys this. Let me show you. I think it's called, is it Cetaphil? Cetaphil? It's a daily oil-free facial moisturizer, but it has sunscreen built in it, and it's 35. And this is for combination skin because I have that oily around, what they call the T-zone, your nose, down the middle of your face pretty much, and then on the sides it can get a little dry. But I was telling you all about that because I like it, because if you don't really wear makeup or if you're not going anywhere, you could just put that on and you have your sunscreen already in it. Or if you're just going with a bare face, you know, you could put that on and you already have your sunscreen in it. Plus, you got your moisturizer. And I like this brand. They're good. I use that to their facial wash and the moisturizer. I'm sorry, y'all. But when that came to mind, it made me think of God. Because just like this moisturizer here, I should just leave it here. Just like this moisturizer can protect you, it hydrates and protects skin from the damages from the sun. And it even has provitamin B5 in there and antioxidants. I'm going to be messing up stuff because I am trying to breathe and talk. But just how it protects your skin, it made me think of God and how He protects us. You know, we put God on and we take God off. We try to do Him like we do our clothes. Just like you could go outside without the sunscreen, but what's going to happen? And this is for anybody that has skin. It doesn't matter what race you are. All skin can get burnt by the sun. So you could go outside without it. Let's say you're working in the yard or playing with the grandkids or just out at the beach or, you know, walking around, hanging outside, and you don't have any sunscreen. Your skin is exposed, especially if you live in one of these states that gets really hot. Like for us, we're rising up to our peak time, which is supposed to be like 98. I just hate when it gets that high. At least they're not going in hundreds. Pray we don't this year. But it is extremely hot and damaging to the skin. So without some type of sunscreen, you're going to get burnt. When you get burned, it hurts. Even when you put stuff on it, it just after starts to heal. And the sun damage can lead to skin cancer. It can be pretty bad. So without having any type of protection, you can really get hurt, correct? Same as a Christian. If you don't have the protection of the Lord, what can happen? You're out here and you're just open and exposed to the wiles of the devil. You can get hurt. So this made me think of how we need to make sure, just like it's summertime, but you should use sunscreen all year. When you go outside, you want to use some sunscreen to protect your skin before you leave your home, and even if you're not leaving your home, you want to put on the Lord every day. Shouldn't take them off, but just in case you did, or you haven't communicated with him, make sure you put on your armor. Excuse me. Make sure you put on the armor of God. So, I like to give you scriptures when I'm talking about this. So, it is Ephesians 6, starting with, I'm just going to go ahead and start with verse 10. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armor of God so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you have done everything to stand firm. Then with the belt of truth buckle around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the devil. Sorry, a little shaky here. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, and pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. Pray also for me, that whenever I speak, words may be given me so that I will fearlessly make known the mysteries of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in chains. Pray that I may declare it fearlessly as I should. And that was Paul writing this. So, what I'm saying to you is that just like we use things to protect ourselves, like we use the umbrella to protect ourselves when it's raining so we don't get wet. In the wintertime, we put on coats, gloves, hats, thicker socks, thicker clothes so that we can stay warm. In the summertime, we use the sunscreen to protect our skin since we're taking a lot of those, majority of those clothes off. Make sure you put on your armor every day so that you would be able to be protected when you go out here, because the Bible's telling us, we know that the devil is everywhere, and if he's not there, his imps are. So every day can be a day that you go out there and he's waiting. I like to think of it like this: while we were sleeping, we had God and the angels protecting us, but Satan's workers, they don't take no vacations. They don't have PTO. They don't ask for time off. They work 24/7. So while you're sleeping, they're thinking of ways of what they're going to do to you in your sleep and in your day. So make sure you use your protection. I hope that helps somebody. Somebody needed that. Do know you don't have to go out there naked and by yourself. You have you have your armor of God that you could put on. And this song was just in my mind this morning. I like this song. Summer Breeze. Originally sung by Seals and Crofts, but I like it by the Isley Brothers. And this is a cover by the Berry Leaf Band. And they're singing it pretty good. Alright guys, have a great Thursday. Bye.
Out before me, running on an evening moves through. Summer breeze makes me feel fine.